Okay, one of my clients, Dustin, made over $2.5 million with an email list of less than 2,000 people. And he did this without spending anything on ads, without a huge audience, without any of the stuff you probably think that you need. And I want to show you exactly how we did this using what I call the email authority engine, because this is something that you could actually replicate even if you have a tiny list right now. Because when I started this with Dustin, his list was under 600 people. And over the past few years, he has gone from six figures to over $1 million with this email system. And the system is still working, even years later, working together. And this isn't because we were doing one time launches. It's a durable system that keeps bringing clients in. And so I want to break down exactly how it works right now. And if you need help with your email strategy at any time, just comment client below and I'll send you the details. So here's what most people get wrong about email. They think you need a massive list, like 10,000, 50,000, or even 100,000 subscribers. Now, we proved that that's completely backwards because what you actually need is what I call email authority, where your audience offer and economics are aligned through high trust sequencing. This is what I mean. Audience alignment. The right people who actually need what you sell are on your list. Two, offer alignment. Your offer solves the exact problem they want fixed in the way they want it solved. Three, economics alignment. You have a system that compounds trust and results over time. Now, here's what we did with this. Instead of trying to grow Dustin's list to 10,000 subscribers, we went really deep with our first 600 and we focused on something called high leverage sequencing. So picture this, you're Dustin, you've got under 2,000 people on your list, maybe just your first 400 to 500. Most businesses panic thinking, hey, I need more leads, I need more traffic, but we did something different. Dustin sells these group coaching cohorts. When we were selling this through emails, we didn't send these buy my thing, apply to my cohort type emails. We built authority inside the sequence. So we sent out emails that actually taught something valuable, like real actionable stuff. And then we share results from previous cohorts, but not just testimonials, emails that we go over their sticking points. So for example, one of our best emails was talking about a client who was nervous to reach out and apply to speak on these big shows, but she sent the emails anyway. And then in a follow-up, she actually did the show and got a few clients from it, which really brought that full circle. And so we're not directly selling, but we're building trust by shaping beliefs to know that this solution Dustin sells can help and it'll help you in the most effective way because it's not something you have to do by yourself. You have his support and his tools and his plan all together. So that's email authority. Now let's talk about the numbers. If we have 2,000 people on the list right now, and he has a $10,000 program, you need less than 20 buyers. You need 10 buyers to hit six figures. So that's a 1% conversion rate. But Dustin was converting way higher. Just to do the math, $2.5 million divided by 18 cohorts, that's about 140,000 per cohort. At $5,000 to $7,000 per person, that's 20 to 30 buyers per launch, even if you don't start off charging $10,000, right? Just lower the bar a little bit here. And again, that's from a list of under 2,000 people. That's around 1.5% conversion rate for high ticket, which is insane, super doable. But here's the thing. In running this, we weren't chasing one launch. We built the system. So each cohort would create more success stories. More stories equals more trust. And more trust led to easier sales, which becomes this great email flywheel. So now we're sending out these emails every week that talk about the amazing results and stories of people we've actually worked with, which is getting more people to want to apply and join the group, which gets more good people into the group that we can get results for, which become the content for more email. So how do you implement all of this, right? Step one, identify your core transformation. And this is a mistake people make because they try and sell everything they do to everyone. So a really good example with Dustin's group is he focuses on podcast guesting. He helps you with all this other stuff, but we don't sell that on the front end. We're going to help you with your podcast guesting. Just one unique core transformation, which is the big result you help get people. And we make that super clear. And then step 2 is what I call these authority content loops. So we're not just sending random newsletters or random tips. We're really sequencing ideas that build trust. So the way that we actually do this now is we break the year into 12 content themes. So we have, for example, like lead generation, branding, sales, and so on. And each month we have 4 tips around each thing, which creates 4 authority thought leadership emails. And that's going to be one of our emails of the week. The second one is going to be the client case study emails I talked about. And then we have a third one that distributes our other content. So Dustin's podcast interviews, his podcast episodes. Some clients I do this with have YouTube videos or LinkedIn posts, whatever it may be. We help distribute content. So it gives more value, trains people to click, and helps bounce people around from your email list to your other platforms as well, so that you can get this multi-channel marketing effect. Step 3, engineer your enrollment windows. So the great thing about Dustin's cohort offer, which is almost baked in by design, is he can only do it so many times a year because he's leading these groups, which creates real natural scarcity and urgency. Now, the problem is that most people want to sell an evergreen offer all the time, and they don't have the status or positioning in the marketplace to do that. Meaning, if you're having trouble getting clients and having trouble even like giving away your services, you need to have more scarcity and make it real. Just say, set numbers for yourself, work backwards from them, and say, hey, I only want to take on 5 clients this month or this quarter, or however you want to phrase it, and stick with that. Don't get greedy, because what you're going to notice is as you set specific numbers that are based on emotionally resonant reasons for you, you're going to be more motivated to get those clients to communicate with clarity and just certainty from yourself. And that's that inner game of sales and marketing. So that's going to really help you. And people are going to see, okay, you are operating your business out of integrity, and they'll believe you when you say, hey, we're only opening up 3 more spots. I can only work with 5 more people. We only have 12 people going into these cohorts. And that helps build more buzz around your offers. So the next time you open it, people know to move faster. People understand what you're doing and they want to be inside of it. And that little bit of friction or constraint will make them move faster in the future. Now, I will say you don't need fancy tools for this. We started just working on Kit. We later moved to Go High Level. What matters is really the strategy, not the tech behind this. And so you can do this even if you don't have a ton of case studies or proof. What I would do in that case is first, you can continue using your same proof elements and case studies, and you can pull different lessons from it. Because what happens is these aren't 2-dimensional flat stories where someone had a problem, you get result, everything's great. There are always different aspects to it. So I had a client who we got great results for his email list, and he was telling me on a call that he almost didn't work with me because I was expensive on a per email basis. Now that's a great story, because anyone else who wants to work with me on this email system is probably going to have an objection around how much it costs. That's just a constraint for people buying anything. And then he went on to say it was expensive comparing it on a per email basis, but you're not just buying emails from me. You can have ChatGPT whip out emails for free. What you're buying is the insight into your audience and the structure that supports your business growth. So there's a deeper level, there's a bigger transformation coming from that. And I share this just to let you know that you can really pull out a lot more from your case studies, from your content, from your ideas to create valuable, engaging newsletters without a lot of time or effort or bashing your head against a keyboard. The one thing I will say is that in terms of tracking results, that can be a little bit tricky. I like to view it that we're not really in a land of funnels anymore. We're more in a land of hurricanes, because with my clients who have high ticket sales and they sell on the phone, there's not a good way of tracking direct attribution. We can track and know that the last point we had with someone was through email. But even if it's through email, they may have come in from hearing you on a podcast or seeing a LinkedIn post or seeing an ad or a YouTube video or whatever it may be. And a lot of the times that's the case, that people will come in from other content. They won't buy then and there, and they'll just be on your email list. But the email list almost chips away at their resistance to buy until they know that you're the person they want to work with, and they're just waiting for the right opportunity to work with you. And then the email reaches them at the right time, so they restart the conversation, or they're more open to reaching out to you when they see your next video or your next LinkedIn post or your next outreach. And so, but a lot of the times people will share your emails, they will talk about them. It will build a lot of buzz, and you'll notice that sales become faster, they become easier, and all your other marketing works more effectively because of this email authority engine working to follow up and keep you top of mind for, 60, 90, up to 2 years and then some after you start the sales conversation. And so that's really how you build a multi-million-dollar business with a tiny list. It's not about chasing traffic and growing a huge audience. It's about building trust and doing more follow up instead of getting more followers. And that's really this email authority method in action. If you want help with this, you can comment email below, and I'll send you my email cash flow playbook, which is how we send 3 emails a week to grow businesses and get clients reaching out to you through email. That's it for now. Peace.